Hey guys, what is going on? Um, see if we're doing this right. Hopefully everything's working. We had some issues, um, but I think we got this all figured out now for the most part. But
Let's hope so.
yeah, I hope so. We had some technical issues. Um, let's see. I think everything's working fine though.
Yeah, I don't see it broadcasting yet, but we'll just see. Here we go. There it is.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, it looks like we're live. So, what's up, everybody? Hope everybody had a good day yesterday. Um, what was it? Thursday. Um, anyway, we had a pretty good night. Anthony and I, we both gave you guys some lineups on Twitter. We each gave you guys two lineups each. If you haven't been over there yet, check it out. One of the lineups we posted, you see a 365. So this is Anthony's GPP. So if you want to talk about it, your strategy and all that, if you want to do that.
Yeah, definitely. So going into last night, I had some tough decisions to make on, who I wanted to take at point guard and center. For me, it was a real toss up there. I knew some nice value picks to get in the small forward position, obviously. Um, so really what I decided to do was really attack the DVP, and I noticed that Robin Lopez had a great matchup despite the looks of things. From an outside perspective, you would think Drummond is going to just own that matchup, but I figured Lopez would be a good value, so I plugged him in first and just went from there. And Stanley Johnson was another guy who I was really high on all night. Um, Went with him. Took a real chance on Kobe Bryant on some advice from Chris, actually. A lot of people were saying they were loving Bryant. I wasn't that high on him going in, but I figured, it was worth a look. Obviously, we know he has a potential to be the Black Mamba. Um, from there, point guards, I knew I had to go with Lillard. Wanted to take him over Lowry. I thought it was going to be a little bit better of a performance than it was, but he still ended up performing slightly better. I think it was just zero point 0.3 points better or something like that than Lowry. Drew Holiday, good value there. Just all around, good lineup. It wasn't the best possible lineup, but not too far off from number one spot. So yeah, I'll take that. Good night.
Yeah.
Nothing perfect, but yeah, still good.
No, I mean obviously 365. That's a huge night. Like I said, I saw some people used it, so they had a good night as well. So, like guys, we got some lines for you guys. Attack them. Use them. 365 definitely would have won you some money. So, like I said, head over to our Twitter account. Um, we'll post lineups 45 minutes to an hour before game time, and I will have the link in the comment section. Like I said, just click on that and head over there, and we'll get you all started. So anyway, good night. But we got to move on to the next one. We got 10 games tonight, a lot of games to talk about, so it's going to take a little bit, but that's totally fine. We got some time to burn, so let's let's get into it. So we'll just do what we did last night. Go through all the matchups. Who we like. Give you guys a 50-50 and a GPP lineup, and you should be set. So, all right. So our first game we got is Indiana and Atlanta. It is a 205 over and under in Atlanta by 4.5. On Fanduel it's LA and Orlando. But anyway, we're gonna look at the Indiana and Atlanta game. Anybody sticking out here that you're liking?
Um, right away, I mean, obviously Miles Turner, he's been playing good. He had a down game last time out, but I think he's safe to play tonight. He's going to have a tough matchup against Paul Millsap and Al Horford. But I think it's safe to play him tonight.
Yeah, I mean, obviously his price tag's getting up there quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, if there's, I don't know if there's anybody else out there. Obviously, Turner's doing pretty good. Um, obviously Turner doesn't really score too much. More of a rebound kind of block kind of guy. But if he gets you 25 points, you should be fine. Obviously, his price is going up. A little concerned, but he should still be fine tonight.
Yeah, I want to take him before he gets too expensive because I don't know if he's going to cover, like a 6,500, 7,000 price tag.
Yeah, definitely. If Mahini's out again, do you want to go with Jordan Hill? I know he had a down game last time out, but 4,600 bucks. Do you want to take him or no?
I don't hate taking him. Horford, he's a good player, but he gives up a lot of fantasy points. It seems like so. Jordan Hill, look for maybe a bounce back after last game. Only if Mahimi is announced officially out. It looks like he's probably going to be.
Yeah, I think Mahini is gonna. Looks like he might be out. He's been out for 3 games now, so um, I don't know if you want to take a chance with Paul George. We talk about this guy. He's all over the place. I don't know if you can trust him or not.
I don't know if he's really trustworthy. He doesn't have a ridiculously hard matchup with Bazemore, but I'm still not too high on taking Paul George right now. He's slumping a little bit. He's got some soreness in his knees. He admitted to, so he's kind of probably taking it easy right now, just kind of coasting into the All-Star break.
Yeah, I mean, obviously had the leg injury early, last year, had to come back from that. So, Paul George is a good player, but, fantasy-wise, 8,300 bucks, that's a little too much. I don't think he's going to get you 45 plus points tonight. He's just been everywhere. Maybe in a GPP you can take him, obviously. But, for the most part, there's 10 games tonight. I think there's some value other places here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Somebody maybe on Atlanta you might want to look at. I know some people are going to probably take him. Jeff Teague has been playing up past couple games. Well, 2 games ago he really went off.
Yeah, definitely. Face Philly, only played 23 minutes. Don't really know what happened there. 23 points, 600 bucks. His price tag's still respectable. Taking on George Hill. Someone's going to have to really, score for Atlanta, usually Millsap. But, Teague's been doing a lot better. Right now, obviously, Teague is trade bait, so, he's going off trying to get his value up there. But,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind him, obviously.
He's one of those mid-range guys. If you want to go that route, if you need to go that route, but he wouldn't necessarily be my first choice to start a lineup.
Yeah, the Pacers are the 6th best team against point guards. I mean, I know that's just stats, but they are pretty good. George Hill, not too bad of a defender. So, usually, Jeff Teague doesn't really score much. He's usually just assist guy once in a while. So,
yeah, that 32 points was a season high. That's not going to happen every night.
No, definitely not. I see probably about 25, 30 points from him. That's probably respectable for him tonight. But yeah, I mean, I don't know about George Hill. Don't really see taking him. He's been all right, but yeah, for the most part, I don't know. I don't know what you think about Ellis. He's been everywhere. He's 6,800 bucks.
Yeah, it seemed like his price tag jumped up to like what was it 7,200 last game.
Yeah, I'm not sure,
backed off that a little bit.
Yeah, well, he had 250-point times, but now he went back to his normal. So
yeah, he definitely cooled off back to his normal self. But I think 68 is still a little bit high to take Ellis for me.
And then another guy, he went off the other night. I think it was just a one-time thing. CJ Miles, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he's not consistent enough to do that.
No, that was a one-time thing, I think.
I think probably very few people capitalized on that as well.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, a hit-and-miss kind of guy. So, yeah, that's mostly it. Maybe Millsap, not too bad of a matchup. He's just, still has a little bit of injury, not too much. Last 4 games, he's just been downright terrible, though. I can't really trust that.
Cannot.
Pacers aren't too good of a defense against power forwards. Not too bad, but if I'm going to spend up for somebody, I want to make sure they're going to produce, and I just can't tell that with Millsap.
Right.
So
yeah, you want to get a guy with a good DVP or a guy who is obviously hot. So I don't think it's either of those.
Yeah, definitely. So is there anyone else you like from that one, or you want to move on?
I'd like to move on. Really, that's not a matchup I'm gonna really attack.
No, there's so many games out there, a lot of different people to go to. So, um, our next game is the Clippers and the Magic, 205 over and under, and the Clippers by 4.5. So relatively close, not too high scoring of a game. Um, Let me see what they think the projected score is going to be. Um, let's see here. Supposed to be Clippers 104 and Magic 100, so not too high scoring of a game tonight. Um, do you like Chris Paul or no?
Yeah, I don't mind him going up against Alfred Payton. I just don't
Price
know that
price came
this.
down.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, 97 is still kind of high, but I mean, he could go off, but is he really gonna do it in this kind of matchup?
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Obviously, yeah. I don't know if he's gonna do that. If you've been looking his last couple of games, 37-40, he hasn't really got to that 45-50 mark in a while. Um, so
Mm-mm.
yeah,
It's been a while since that 62-point game and the
yeah.
51.
I mean, obviously, still good play. It's Chris Paul. He's going to get you, 40, 35, 40 points, but $9,700. I just don't see him hitting his value here tonight. He might. Who knows? But
No, and out of this game, I think somebody who I like to cover his value maybe
Oladipo.
additionally. Yeah, absolutely, Victor Oladipo. Yeah, you were really high on him last time out, and I didn't follow your advice, and that bit me. So
Yeah, the Clippers are pretty good against shooting guards, though. But Oladipo, he took on OKC. Deion Waiter's not a good defender, but he's just this guy's been unbelievable. He had 2 or 3 bad games, but he faced San Antonio and OKC, two pretty good teams, and he went off against them. So somebody has to score for Orlando. Obviously Vukovic, but I really do like Oladipo since he's been in the starting lineup. He's getting huge minutes, so I do like him tonight.
yeah, it seems like more responsibility has been put on him. He's getting more shots, he's getting more minutes. That long losing streak really hurt the Magic, and it looks like the coach is putting a little more on him.
Yeah, definitely. Another guy that's been coming up quite a bit, Jamal Crawford, 34 and 32 in his last 2 games. Um, I don't know if you like that or not. He's the same price as Reddick now, so I don't know what you
Yeah,
think of that.
no, I think I would like him more than Reddick, and I think in this kind of game, they might put him on Oladipo more than they would JJ.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, if you need a punt play, Crawford, obviously not. Even if he gets you 23, 25 points, you're still fine. Um,
Yeah, he's worth a look. Another guy maybe worth a look too. He's not too expensive tonight. Aaron Gordon. The last game out didn't look that great, but he's still a rookie. He's going to have a couple games here and there like that, but I like his potential.
yeah, definitely. Obviously played OKC. They're really good against power forwards. I think they're first or second against them, so obviously had a hard matchup. Um, Clippers obviously don't have Griffin for a while. I think Gordon's going to be a good play. $5,000. I do like him quite a bit here tonight.
Yeah, I think he's
Um,
safe to get you 25, maybe more.
yeah, definitely. I mean, Clippers are still not too bad against power forwards, but Gordon is a aggressive player. So I do like him. $5,000. 25 points. I'm totally fine with that from him tonight. Um, Let me
Yeah,
see.
I totally think that's something you can expect.
Yeah, I mean he can get 30. So and then you said earlier you like Vukovic. Are you still high on him or what?
Well, I'm not really exactly high on him. It's just worth a look, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I mean Jordan not too bad of a defender, but obviously he's a better rebounder than defender. Uh, so they're going to need Vukovic here tonight, obviously, if they want to keep up with the Clippers. Um,
Yeah, obviously, at center tonight, I want to go up and take Boogie, but you're gonna have to start looking for other ideas, especially if he gets announced out. It looked like he's gonna play, but it's always worth a look at another center tonight.
yeah, definitely. Um, and then Jordan, on the other hand, $8,400, a little spendy for me tonight.
I don't really see him covering that value.
I mean, I think he's going to get you about 40 to 45 points. I think, obviously not too bad right there. You'll take that every day, but
He's a little spendy though.
yeah, he is.
I don't hate taking him. Um, what's the DVP looking like on him?
I'm not sure. I don't have that right now.
Let's see here. I mean, Vukovic is he's no god, that's for sure.
No.
RotoWire is taking forever to pull up the DVP. They do that about this time.
Yeah. On the rating they got Jordan at a 67 out of 100, so not too bad.
Not too bad, not too good.
He's projected at 35. His ceiling's 58. So like I said, he easily can go off here against Orlando. Obviously not the best play out there. Price wise, there's other guys cheaper than him that could go off, or just go up to Cousins or something like that. So
yeah.
If you really need a DeAndre Jordan, obviously not a bad pick, but not my number one pick here tonight.
No, he's not high on my radar.
Yeah, like I said, not too bad of a pick, but other options out there for me here tonight. So, anybody else you liking, or is that mostly it?
We haven't mentioned him. I don't know how you feel about him. What do you think about Tobias Harris tonight?
Yeah, I picked him last time out. Got 27 points against OKC. That was against Kevin Durant. So tonight looks like he's going to have Wesley Johnson on him. He doesn't have a high ceiling. Obviously, doesn't really go off too much.
Right.
Gets you around 25 points. I haven't looked at anybody else. Don't know who else is out there, but not too bad of a play. But if there's somebody else out there for around the same price that has a higher ceiling, I might go for him.
Yeah, I just don't want to target too many guys from this matchup.
No, definitely not.
If anything, I think I'll probably go with Oladipo or Gordon. Maybe take a look at Wesley Johnson.
Yeah, and maybe a GPP Crawford or something. But for the most part, mostly just Oladipo for me, and Gordon. It's my two guys I'll probably pick from this one. So
yeah.
All right, moving on. We got Philadelphia and Washington, 215 over and under, so high scoring game. And Washington only by 9, which is a little surprising. Philly not playing too bad. The record's still terrible, but since Ish Smith came over, looking a little bit better. Obviously,
definitely
not too good. But anyone you're targeting in this one?
Well, obviously, with that kind of line on the game, you're going to want to target a lot of guys from this type of game. Obviously, number one, I'm thinking John Wall.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to cover his value though. Obviously it's John Wall. I say probably about 45 points. Obviously not too bad. It's supposed, the score is projected around 112 to 103, so relatively high scoring. I don't think it's going to be that close, to be honest with you. Obviously John Wall not a bad pick, because it's John Wall. So
yeah, he didn't have the greatest matchup against Curry either, but we saw. Well, some of us saw that he went off for 60. A lot of people were paying attention only to Steph.
Well, I don't know. The reason why he went off for that much is facing Curry, facing the Warriors. He wants to
Huge
show
competition.
up. Yeah, and in this game, he has not much competition. So
yeah,
he'll still be fine.
Might not be the best night to take him. On the other hand, Ish Smith, he might cover his value tonight.
Yeah, against John Wall, I don't mind him tonight. The Smith for me is a GPP play because he's just everywhere. You can't really trust him. But he can go off for 40. We've seen him do that. So GPP play, yeah. Cash game, probably not for me.
Right. What do you think about Covington tonight? I know we've been taking him here and there.
Man, yeah, he burned me last time out. Got 13 points against Atlanta. Not sure really what happened there. As we do know, Washington not too good against shooting guard or small forward. $5,000. Huh. Maybe here.
Yeah, I think he's
I
a
don't know.
GPP play for sure, but he's not super safe.
No, he's not on the top of my radar really. Last time out, Bradley Beal had a pretty good game against the Warriors. Obviously, he got 28 fantasy points. He's only $5,900. Still coming off the bench though, so I don't know if you want to take that or not.
He's still coming off the bench, but I mean, he's producing nice. I looked at him. I don't know if I feel comfortable taking him just yet. I want to see him play past 30 minutes. I want to see him get 35 minutes for sure.
Yeah, definitely. One guy I kind of do like if you want to go mid-range center. Gortat had a terrible game against against Golden State. 21 points. I guess not too bad, but obviously Philly is not a good defense against centers. Maybe you want to attack that, but
It's worth a look. He's a nice mid-range center tonight.
yeah, he's obviously not going to go off for you. He should get you about 30 to 35 points, but that's still not bad for $6,700.
Right. You don't need him to get too much more.
No, and he has a pretty good rating tonight. Obviously because he's cheaper. I think his ratings is 74. Sorry, not too bad. Projected at 28, his ceiling is 43, so not too bad there tonight. On the other hand, maybe Okafor. I don't know if you trust him or not.
No, not right now. He was a nice play for a little bit, but
Yeah, he's just not getting big minutes right now.
no, he's not playing well either, really.
No. Do you like Noel or no?
Uh, I was liking taking him for a while. Tonight, probably not so high on my radar.
Yeah, he's $6,800. You need quite a bit from him.
Yeah.
I see him getting about 25 points, and that's obviously not enough to get to hit your value here tonight.
No,
So
we're looking for 35 from that price.
yeah, definitely not going to get that from him. Once in a while, I'll see you pick Dudley. Do you like Dudley or no?
No, it's funny
No.
because this game has a high ceiling, it seems like, but there's not a whole lot of picks that I'm loving from it.
Yeah, obviously John Wall. Otto Porter's been everywhere, so yeah, I just don't really see anybody. I guess you have to dig deeper in this one. Nick Stauskas. No, we've never even mentioned him before, but
He had a good game
23.
out last time.
Yeah, 23.8. I think he's in the starting role. Yeah, he's starting. I don't know if I want to go there or not.
It's so tough to call it with these guys. I mean, one night Isaiah Cannon could go off. You know what I mean? Like he did
Yeah,
against
he's
Golden
done that
State.
before.
I don't understand that one.
Yeah. Obviously, Sixers share on the front court. They share a lot of their minutes with. Obviously, they have 3-point guards. They share with. So yeah, I'm just like I said, probably just Wall from this one. Maybe Gortat if you wanted to do that, but that's
Yeah.
probably for the most part an avoid game for me tonight.
Right.
All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right, next we got Miami and Charlotte. As of now, there's no over and under, but it says Charlotte by 1. So don't know really what they got going on there, but
Yeah.
I think it's going to be about a 197. I think it's going to be around.
This seems a little reactionary after they beat Cleveland.
Yeah, definitely. You liking anyone? I know you don't like targeting anybody from against Miami.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to target people who are going to play Miami. They have a pretty good defense, obviously. Um, I don't know. Honestly, one guy I might look at because he had a nice game last time out on only 17 minutes. Hassan Whiteside, he might have a decent night out. I don't know if he's going to necessarily cover 7,900. That's definitely a risk.
Yeah, definitely a GPP play. But in
Right.
17 minutes, 33 points. Obviously, still working back from injury. Yeah, I don't know if I can take a risk on $7,900 from a guy just coming back, but obviously not too bad of a matchup. I think Cody Zeller is going to be back, better defender than Hawes, but he should be fine. Looks like Kemba Walker is going to be back, so Lynn Sanity, I think
Gonna have to
He's
calm
done.
down. Yeah. Boy, I loved taking him last game. It was great, but that might be a one and done.
Yeah, he's going to return to his normal, 20, 25-minute role.
Right.
Um, looks like Jeremy Lamb's back. Batum looks like they're back, so they're back to normal. Do you, on the other hand, do you like Dwayne Wade tonight? He's been pretty hot.
He has been pretty hot. I don't know. He's 7,800. That's not too bad of a price. I think that's even $100 cheaper than last time.
Yeah, definitely. He's hovering around 28 minutes to 29 minutes. So obviously, he's getting older, not playing the huge minutes like he used to, but he's still producing really well in the minutes he's been given. So I don't mind Wade tonight.
I wish he was getting that, 32, 34 minute, range that he was getting there when he got 50 points.
Yeah, definitely. Another guy that we've liked once in a while. Didn't pick him last game out, but Michael Kidd Gilchrist obviously taking on Luol Deng, but man, this guy's been hot since injury.
Yeah, he came back in a rush. He hasn't really slowed down. First came out, he looked good. Second game, 38 points in 28 minutes. I mean, that's great.
Yeah. See, I don't know how it. I have to look at the lineups, see how they all got it. Yeah, they got him at small forward against Deng, and then Batum against Wade. So, yeah, I mean, I don't mind Gilchrist. He's, for the most part, a very aggressive player. He gets the rebounds, which always is good from a small forward. Personally, I don't know if he's going to get that many rebounds tonight with Bosch and Whiteside down there.
Yeah,
So, obviously, not too much of a scorer right now. But he should still get you 25 points. I don't know if you want to spend 58, 100, but still not too bad of a play for a small forward here tonight.
yeah, not too bad. I wouldn't hate taking him. One guy of late, though, as on the other side, Amari Stoudemire, he's been hot, but I think he's done, obviously, now that Whiteside's back.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to go back to his 5 minutes.
Yeah, a lot of people were taking him, but that is over with.
Yeah, I think he's it was good while it lasted. Obviously, it's not going to keep going. So I think he's done.
Yeah,
Um,
Kaminsky, he might, regress now that Zeller is back.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, Charlotte for the last week or so, they were just all banged up, obviously. So a lot of people were sharing minutes. So on the other hand, I don't mind Chris Bosh honestly tonight. I know he's been terrible the last couple games. $7,400. I don't know if you take a cash game, obviously, maybe a GPP, but there might be some other power forwards out there. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go with Bosch, man. I think I'm gonna avoid him. He's 3 games in a row. He's had about 25 points. That's way too few for $7,400 for me.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
he's getting his minutes too, so that's concerning.
Yeah, obviously Dwayne Wade is taking some of his points, but yeah, $7,400 a little expensive tonight. Obviously, there's other guys out there that you can go with. Um, so yeah, that's probably mostly it from that one.
Yeah, not really
Um,
loving a whole lot of guys from here.
no, not too many. Obviously, Miami's a really slow-paced team,
Yeah,
and Charlotte they're one of those teams that kind of their pace depends on their opponent. So probably not going to be too high. If they're facing a fast-paced team, obviously they're going to go fast. Facing a slow pace, they're going to go slow. So obviously Miami's a slow-paced team. So don't
yeah.
see too much of.
I find that strategy a little bit interesting, honestly.
Yeah, I was reading it the other day that they play slow or fast against whoever they're playing, which is a little interesting. But um, so our next game we got here is Memphis, New York, 197 over and under, and Memphis by 3.5. Another one of those kind of ugly games. New York just, for the most part, in the first half yesterday, just looked downright terrible. They were just getting slaughtered by Detroit. They were just not shooting at all. So I don't know what you make of this game.
Yeah. Yesterday, my boy Rolo, Sideshow Bob, he went off. That was great. I don't know if I can count on that again tonight,
Yeah,
especially on the
against
back to back.
and Marc Gasol.
Yeah, Marcus All. I mean, we already know. Memphis is the number one team against centers all season long. I'm pretty sure you can look at that, and all season, last five, last 10, it's all going to say the same thing. Um, he just shuts people down. I don't really love taking Rolo tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Kidstaps Porzingis, he's just been terrible. I guess he had a little injury going on, so he's just hasn't been himself.
Yeah. One guy I don't mind taking tonight here is Mike Conley, I think.
Let me see. Yeah, $6,700. Price is getting up there, but
39 against New Orleans. He's been trending up, it looks like. He's been playing pretty decent minutes. I mean, he even got that 39 points in 28 minutes against New Orleans. Obviously, he didn't have to play a whole lot, but he got his work done. New York, they've been giving up points to point guards.
yeah, Reggie Jackson had a pretty good night last night against them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I don't think it was just the fact that Calderon wasn't in the lineup, and honestly, once he's in the lineup, I think he's a weaker matchup, anyways.
yeah, Calderon a little bit older, and when Galloway comes in, little younger. So, yeah, Conley not too bad. Do you think he's a GPP or a 50-50 play?
I think obviously he's probably going to be like a GPP play.
Okay.
He might be safe enough to go 50-50. I don't know. I think you're the specialist there on safe guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's really safe tonight. Obviously, a good GPP play, but cash game, I don't see him. He can get you 20, or he gets you 25, and $6,700 not covering it.
Right.
So, yeah, since it's a huge slate, obviously there's some other guys out there I'm looking at. So
yeah, you can definitely find some guys who are going to consistently get what their price range is.
Yeah, definitely. I'll follow 43 minutes and 40 minutes back to back. Sorry, not back to back, but 40 and 43 minutes. So he's playing huge minutes. Only person that kind of looks half decent. But, Memphis is a pretty good defensive team. I don't know if you want to tack a follow or not.
Man, you know how my track record is with him. Whenever I take him, that's his dud game. So if I announce that I'm going to take a follow, make sure you don't take him.
Yeah, he's everywhere. He can score once in a while, but for the most part,
he's not going to break your bank. 4,900.
Yeah, obviously a GPP play right there.
Yeah.
Do you like? I don't know if I want to go with Carmelo today. 43.2. I just don't know.
Yeah, he didn't. I mean, he barely just didn't cover his value. Hasn't done it for a couple games. It looks like here. I don't really like it on the back-to-back, but then again, they might need to lean on him tonight because who's really going to consistently score the ball, and he is one of those guys. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna hit value tonight. He's pretty much $9,000. 45 points is what you need. That's a little risky against this defense.
Yeah, and the other thing, they're projected at 96 points, so not getting, obviously they're supposed to be a defensive game for the most part. I honestly think Memphis can blow them out here, about 15 points, but I just don't think, the spreads, the over and under is just not high enough to get Anthony. Maybe if it was like a 215, obviously, but he's projected at 34 points. Projected at 34, ceiling's 48, so that's still not good enough for him. But I don't know if I'm gonna take Anthony tonight.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be one of those low-scoring grinders.
Yeah, definitely. If Matt Barnes is out again, do you take a chance with Jeff Green? He's been pretty hot.
He has been pretty hot. I don't know if I hate taking him. GPP play.
Yeah, definitely.
We haven't really come across a whole lot of safe plays for cash games, have we?
No, not yet. So when you're
obviously would like to go fast-paced games.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
What makes a guy safer.
Yeah, definitely. But Jeff Green, man, $5,700. He's definitely producing really well.
Yeah, he's
It's
hard to
hard
ignore
to,
when he's doing a 6 times, 7 times value.
yeah. But he did face Sacramento and New Orleans too.
Softer defenses.
Yeah, definitely. So Anthony, not too bad of a defender, not as good as he used to be. But obviously, if Matt Barnes comes back, he's going to share minutes, and definitely don't like Green again. But
Yeah, that would
maybe
kill his
you can pick,
value.
yeah, maybe Jeff Green in the GPP. But for the most part, I want to avoid this one just because the over and under is just, not high enough, and I just don't see any certain player going off in this game. So
No, no, and we don't have any like big injuries that are gonna, allow you to find some hidden value on guys. Low scoring game, probably something you don't really want to target.
yeah, definitely. All right. Guess our next game we got is Boston and Cleveland. This one is, I think that's, yeah, 210 and Cleveland by 7. Obviously, this is a playoff rematch from last year. So,
Yeah, this
I
one's
think,
gonna be a competitive game right here.
yeah, yeah, I think it will be a pretty good game, to be honest. Isaiah Thomas, I like him quite a bit.
Yeah,
Um,
you like LeBron
kind
tonight?
I actually do like LeBron quite a bit here. Jay
Yeah,
Crowder, game time decision. You mentioned it earlier. I love Evan Turner as well quite a bit.
yeah. I mean, he gets minutes even if Crowder is in. If Crowder's out, he's especially gonna get minutes. He's really been playing at a great level, and they just don't want to raise the price on him. So I'm gonna keep taking him.
Yeah, very good. Obviously has LeBron James on him. Um, but I mean, for the most part, Turner, he's an all-around player. Get you some points, get you some rebounds, get you some assists. So he's an all-around guy, which definitely helps your fantasy points. So Turner, $5,500. Out of all the small forwards that we've mentioned so far for mid-range, he's probably my favorite so far.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know if you want to go with Avery Bradley. He's been all over the place. Gets huge minutes, but he's everywhere.
a little risky for me tonight. Um,
Yeah.
I don't love J.R. Smith, but he can defend guys. Tonight, I don't really feel super comfortable taking Bradley. I want to see some more consistency before I get back on his bandwagon.
Yeah, definitely. Um, One guy we didn't mention, Marcus Smart. He's been bad the last 2 games. He might be one of those punt plays that comes in a competitive game and gets you, 25, 30 points. I could see him doing that.
Yeah, in a game like this, fast paced, competitive, they're going to be playing a lot of guys, switching in and out. You know, the way Boston's been playing now, huge rotations. They don't give any one guy 40 minutes or more. It seems like in that kind of situation, I don't like. I mean, I don't mind taking guys around 5,000, 6,000. Uh, if I'm going to take those guys, I'm going to go with Turner or Smart, not Bradley or Crowder.
No, definitely not. I know we usually, we don't like playing smalls against Boston, but Irving, he's been pretty hot, man. The last 4 games, 36, 34, 36, and 35. It's supposed to be a very competitive game. Do you like him tonight or no?
Um, yeah, I wouldn't mind taking him. I don't love him, but obviously the big reason, like we said, we don't take smalls against Boston. That normally works out for us when we follow that strategy. Um, but he is one of the better point guards in the league. It looks like maybe he's fully recovered from that injury that he had, and he's coming on. He's taking huge minutes. It looks like so. Yeah, not too bad of a play.
Yeah, and the other thing, obviously, since their coach got fired, it looks like they're playing Irving, a lot more. Obviously, he's coming back from injury and he's getting more minutes. So, yeah, Irving and actually all of them, Irving, James, and Love, they've all been stepping it up for the most part since the firing. So, um, and another, I don't mind Kevin Love either here tonight, really.
Yeah, this game is going to be, there's enough points scored that it wouldn't be a bad strategy to spend up right here and attack a lot of guys. Um, Kevin Love, man, I was kind of down on him talking crap on his defense and everything, but who cares about defense when you're playing DFS?
Yeah, I mean, once in a while he'd get some blocks. Not really a block kind of guy, but yeah, I think they might attack Boston inside. As we know, they struggle once in a while.
Boston, they definitely struggle against bigs.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if do you like Tristan Thompson? He's going to be playing the center position. Obviously, Boston struggles about against centers, but obviously he doesn't really score much. I don't know if you like him or not.
He doesn't score much, but when it comes to my GPP plays, he's a good punt for me.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he gets you 25 points. Obviously, he doesn't have a high ceiling because he's mostly the fourth option. You got Love and all the other guys. You don't really need Thompson to do much for you. So,
Right.
um,
But from one way that you want to look at it, in this game alone, 4,600 for Tristan Thompson, or do you want to spend 47 on Johnson and he's going to only play 20, 25 minutes? Thompson's going to play the whole game.
yeah, definitely. Yes, I really do not like Boston's rotation. Obviously, it's been working for him for the most part, keeping everybody fresh and everything. But fantasy wise, it just kills you. You just don't know who's going to do what.
Absolutely. I mean, who really saw Tyler Zeller getting 30 points the other night, or whatever it was he finished with?
Yeah, I actually didn't even know that he got 28 and 26 in the last two games. So, um,
Yeah,
wow, he got 26 fantasy points in 14 minutes. That's crazy.
he might be worth a look, man. Nobody's really seen it coming. I definitely slept on it in last game, but that value would have helped me. That would have been nice.
Yeah, man, this is definitely a huge GPP just because there's three center slash power forwards ahead of him. Um,
Well, in a game like this, they're gonna want their best players out on the floor, taking more minutes. I just don't know that Zeller is gonna be a sneaky, value play like he has been the past couple games.
yeah, I mean, like you said, it for the most part it's supposed to be very competitive. So obviously Zeller comes in when it's for the most part lopsided. So I don't know if I
Exactly.
could go with Zeller tonight or not, just because there's so many, three other guys in front of him. So.
Yeah, they're gonna. I think in a game like this, the rotations kind of get a little shorter.
Yep, definitely they do. Um, do you like anybody else from this one, or just mostly what we named there? We named
Um,
quite a bit of people.
yeah, we mostly named the stars. I think that's what you're gonna have to go with in a game like this.
Yep, definitely. All right, our next game we got your hometown Sacramento and
Yeah,
Brooklyn. 212 over and under, and Sacramento by 6. This is definitely going to be a scrappy game. Um, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Joe Johnson or some dud like that would go off for Brooklyn here.
yeah,
Um,
that wouldn't be too surprising because I mean, let's face it, Sacramento, they don't play too much defense. They're more concerned about scoring. Um,
and Joe Johnson had 39 points last time out against Indiana. So
yeah,
wow.
the old man played up. He decided to show up. I don't know.
Yeah, obviously a GPP play. Man, there's not a lot of cash game picks for me tonight. I might struggle a little bit picking, but um, yeah, I honestly don't mind Johnson. Obviously, going to be a sneaky play, taking a risk on him, but
Yeah, but
Sacramento not a good defense for the most part. So
well, and the way I feel about attacking Sacramento at the shooting guard position. I
hmm
love doing that. I wouldn't hate taking him.
he's 5,300 bucks. If he gets you 25, 30 points, man, you're definitely getting value out of that. Easy.
Yeah. Honestly, though, if I'm gonna go, GPP punt at the shooting guard, I wouldn't mind taking Wayne Ellington tonight.
Yeah, definitely. 3,900 bucks.
He's a young player. He's gonna want to run with these guys.
Yeah, they got Joe Johnson at the small forward position against Rudy Gay, and then they got Ellington against Marco Bellinelli. Obviously, Rondo and Cousins are a game time decision. I think they'll both play because they both played last game. So, um,
Yeah.
do you like taking Brooke Lopez against Cousins or no?
No, I don't think I'm gonna really go that way.
Yeah,
Um,
he's 8,900, man. Wow, didn't know how much he was.
yeah. He had a huge game against New Orleans, but he was facing off against Omer Ashik. I think Cousins is a little bit better than that.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, possibly.
I mean, I still honestly think that Lopez will have a good game. Obviously, it's going to be a competitive game. Um, I
He's a
think
contrarian play tonight, I think.
yeah, I honestly think he'll still get about 45 points. Obviously, below his what he can do. Um, Obviously, you and I both love Cousins as a player. Obviously, he has a little bit of attitude, but man, you just can't deny what this guy's just been doing. He's just been unbelievable.
Yeah, the past month and a half, he's been great. When he's not injured, he scared us a couple games ago, sat out.
Yep.
Looks like he's back though. I mean, took one game rest, came back, did 37 minutes against Chicago. Really tough team up front, and scrappy game. Came out with 53. I like that. That gives me more confidence. He had a day to rest.
Yeah. I don't know if I can fit him in a cash game. Obviously, that's a
Yeah,
little hard
that's
to do that.
not gonna work tonight.
No, but obviously, in your GPP lineup, I'm guessing you're probably gonna have trying to fit Cousins in at least one of your lineups. Obviously,
Yeah.
one of your favorite players to pick. Obviously, really expensive, but I honestly see Cousins getting about 60, 65 here tonight against Nets.
Yeah. We know that Brooklyn can give up a lot of points up front, especially to these really talented guys. Cousins, obviously, one of the top players in the league right now. His price tag is telling you that.
Yeah. On the other hand, you obviously know Sacramento pretty well. Would you like to take Thaddeus Young against? Well, it's technically probably going to be up against Cousins. I don't know if you like that or not.
No, he had a good game out last game. I don't know that Thaddeus is going to be playing so well against this young front court. Um, I don't know. On the other hand, Willie Cauley-Stein, he's coming through a little bit. He kind of cooled off there, 12 points, 17, 10 points.
Yeah.
Tonight, I don't think he's really going to do everything that I would like him to.
No, obviously Cousins is back, and Cousins does like everything, obviously. So
he's a focal point.
Yeah.
Yeah, something to look out for. Check the Kings injury report. Check to see if Ben McLemore is going to play. He was back last game, but they still have him at a game time decision. I don't know if he's going to sit.
Yeah, man. Even Macklemore could be a punt play. I picked him that one time, and he actually won me some money. He only got 10 points, but Nets are not good against shooting guards. I know Macklemore doesn't really do anything, but if he gets you 15, 20 points, it could win you a tournament. You don't really need anything from him, but obviously not a safe play.
Yeah, if he sits though, check out Marco Bellinelli.
Oh yeah, all day, man. Bellinelli, obviously, I think he's won the 3-point contest before. Pretty sure. In the past,
I don't remember.
But yeah. Anyway, 30 and 24 his last two games.
36 minutes each time. I like that.
Obviously, Macklemore.
Yeah. But McLemore was back last game, and he's still got 36 minutes. So if he's hot, and it looks like his shooting is picked up a little bit here, maybe go with the hot hand.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, even if McLemore is back, he doesn't really play anything. He plays 15, 20 minutes. Doesn't really do anything. Bellinelli obviously is the better shooting guard, so you might be able to pick him up in a scrappy game here against the Nets.
Yeah, man, there's a couple of nice little punt plays right there. It looks like I'm getting more goodies tonight than you are.
Yeah, definitely. All right, what else we got? Yeah, obviously we like Joe Johnson. I really do love Joe Johnson, to be honest with you. Sneaky play, but obviously risky play. He can get you, 10 points, or he can go after 30, 35. But guys like that could win you, the GPP tournament. So
yeah.
And who else we got? We got Rondo. Rondo said he's probable, so it looks like he's gonna go.
We didn't really talk about him. What do you think about Rudy Gay?
$7,800. I mean, he shouldn't do half bad, but obviously Cousins is back.
Yep.
Yeah,
he's not worth his price tag tonight.
No, in the two games, Cousins, I think, was he out one game? I'm not sure, but when he was out, he played Milwaukee. He got 54 points. Um, Cousins came back and he got three. So obviously, Cousins affects him quite a bit.
Yeah,
Um,
he's not the shot taker. It's obviously get it inside to DeMarcus.
yeah, definitely. I like Rudy Gay as a player, but $7,800, a little expensive for me here tonight.
Yeah, he needs to come
Do
back down.
you like Caspi or no? I don't know.
Tonight, I don't know about him. Um,
Okay.
just like we said, if Cousins is out, then they look for guys like Rudy Gay and Caspi to take more shots. When Cousins is back in the lineup, those guys take a back seat. They're not the front runner.
Yeah, definitely. I think we almost named I think every single player on
Every
here.
single player, basically.
Obviously, we like the West Coast offense. Obviously, we're playing in Brooklyn, but um,
Well, fast-paced games. That's what you want to talk about more so in fantasy.
yep,
It,
definitely.
you want to give attention to where you're going to get more points.
hmm All right.
So
Next
we
game
can
we
move
got
on.
is we got Milwaukee and Utah, 190. Wow. Um,
Yeah, that's a
and Utah by 7.
yeah. I think obviously they're predicting a slow Utah type of game here. Utah, they definitely slow every team down that they play. I don't think anybody, even the Warriors, they get slowed down. Um, I can't take Milwaukee guys tonight. I don't think.
Yeah. Like I said, I watched Utah. It's kind of sad, but I watched Utah quite a bit. Obviously, if you want to go with somebody, he's going to be a risky play, just a little bit. But Rudy Gobert, obviously against a soft interior of Milwaukee.
Yeah, another guy I wouldn't mind taking either is Favors.
Yeah, definitely. He's been coming on since his injury. He's looking really good. Facing up against Jabari Parker. So yeah, Favors $7,300. Definitely way underpriced. You better get him before he gets back up to his $8,200. So
Absolutely.
yes, very
Yeah.
good play.
Honestly, I would not mind stacking Gobert and Favors. Personally, if I had to rank them, I would go Favors, Gobert. I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, Favors is more of an explosive player. Gobert just gets a whole bunch of rebounds. Um, but good thing about Rudy, he's been playing huge minutes for the most part, so he's going to be on the floor quite a bit, get some rebounds. So only bad thing, obviously, the over and under is not big, but um, Favors and Gobert, they play in the slow-paced games and they still produce pretty well, so can't really complain about that. So yes, Favors and Gobert are definitely two guys I like tonight.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
but everybody else, I'm just probably going to avoid for the most part. Maybe Rodney Hood. Um,
Yeah.
Obviously, the Bucks aren't too good against the shooting guards, but going to be a low-scoring game. Don't know how much Hood's going to, how much he's going to do. Plus, Derek Favors is back, so Favors is going to score a lot more than Hood. So I don't know if you like him or not.
Yeah, this kind of game, it seems like, it's just going to be a slow paced, a lot of rebounds, and not a whole lot of scoring on either side.
Do you
Utah, they
like?
kind of spread their scoring around, it seems like.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if you want to go with Hayward. You picked him last time out. He didn't do
Oh,
too good
no,
for you.
no. I mean, his price came down 800 bucks. That's enticing, but no, I don't see him having to go off tonight. So it's hard to fit him in a lineup.
Yeah, obviously you don't want to stack a whole bunch of these guys.
No.
So yeah, I think Favors might be a cash game lineup. Sorry, a cash game play to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
And I honestly don't think many people were going to have him because obviously Utah's not too popular of a team. Favors still coming back from injury, so he won't be too well owned. Maybe even a GPP play because he won't be too well owned. Probably about 10 or 15%. But I like Favors in both formats here tonight. Um,
Yeah. I definitely feel comfortable taking him. I'll probably even, like you said, put him in my GPP.
Yeah. All right. Next, we got Chicago and Denver, and so far I don't see anything over and under on this one. I don't know what's going on,
Butler
but
and Gasol, game time decision.
Okay, yeah, then that's probably obviously what's going on. Um, so I don't know who you're liking in this one.
Well, you gotta monitor those injuries. This might be, that situation that you're looking for on the night where you can capitalize on people, not playing and other guys who are priced way low, picking up huge minutes. Last game, obviously, that guy was Etwan Moore.
Yeah, this guy, obviously came out of nowhere. Butler, he screwed me hard last game. Man, that just sucked. But anyway, Nikola
Yeah.
Mirotic is still out. I think Dunleavy. This is kind of surprising, but I heard Dunleavy is going to be coming back here soon. He's ruled out for Friday's game though, but I heard he's really close to coming back, so that
Hmm.
might hurt more just a little bit. But um,
Yeah, well, it says, yeah, Friday he's going to be out. One guy who I noticed found his way back into the rotation was Kirk Heinrich. He was out for injury for looks like about 5 6 games, and he's slowly been picking minutes up here. Just last game he hit 15 points. Obviously that's not great value, but I mean maybe tonight maybe he picks up even more of a load if Butler is going to be out.
yeah, obviously GPP play,
Yeah,
huge one, but I think for
yeah,
the
very
most
deep.
part, obviously Moore is getting quite a bit. I think Tony Snell's ahead of Kirk Heinrich. I'm not for sure. 21 minutes, so yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, but
maybe.
even with more minutes, he's more of a defender than a scorer.
Yeah, he doesn't really do too much, but
Yeah,
um, then another guy, it's definitely a GPP play, but if for some reason Paul Gasol is out, Bobby Portis comes back into the picture. Just because they have nobody, Noah's out. If Paul Gasol is out, you're going to have Taj Gibson and Bobby Portis obviously as your two big guys. So maybe Bobby Portis as a punt play, $500. I don't know what you think about that.
yeah. I think back in like November, December, he was a great punt play for a while there. He kind of got down on his minutes, but if Pau Gasol is out of the rotation, obviously we know Noah is out for the season pretty much. Um, that opens up a lot of playing time for him. It's going to be a lot of Taj Gibson and Bobby Portis.
Yeah, I mean, even if Bobby Portis gets you 20 points, he's $3,500, man.
Yeah,
He I don't know if they're going to have him as a power forward or center because he might have Fareed on him. Not sure. Um, but for me, the mentality I think Portis is going to take. He's going to get the starting job, and he's going to I think he's going to play pretty good just because he doesn't get to play much, so he's going to go out there with a lot of enthusiasm tonight. Um,
yeah. It looks like Gasol is probably going to play. I was
okay,
watching the game. He definitely really hurt his hand, but he kind of shook it off and played through it. The only thing though is even if he plays, they might monitor his minutes just because they don't want to aggravate that hand and make it worse. And if they got lucky there that it wasn't a serious injury, why force it?
yeah. On the other hand, another GPP play you could do, obviously doing a lot of GPP plays, but
Right.
his prices came up quite a bit. Jokic, Chicago's honestly, not too good against centers, so I honestly don't mind Jokic tonight.
No, yeah, I talked you out of taking him a couple nights ago, and that didn't work out too well. He went off. He didn't do so well against Utah. I think he had kind of an
Obviously,
injury. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Plus, he had an injury concern going into that game. I think they had him at game time decision going
yeah,
in.
they did.
I don't remember why. I think it was like an elbow or something. But this game, it looks like he's pretty healthy to go. His price came up quite a bit there, but as we know, Chicago gives up a lot of points to centers, especially since Noah's gone out of the lineup. If
Yeah,
there's any
so
question about Gasol, maybe he's going to be a little ginger out there. You know, attack that. Go with Jokic. I
well,
don't hate that
even
play.
Gasol's, for the most part, not too good of a defender, even if he's healthy.
Right.
So, I honestly do like Jokic for a mid-range guy. I know we talk Gortat, but I'd take Jokic over Gortat easily just because Jokic has a huge ceiling. He can go off anytime he wants. So,
Right.
really do like him. If for some reason Butler is out, maybe Gallinari. I don't know if you want to go with Gallinari or not.
Yeah, I don't mind Danilo. I think tonight he's a little risky, so he might be GPP. Um, if you're depending on Gallinari, I don't know how that's going to work out for you. I don't know. Maybe you think he's really safe tonight.
No,
They're
he's
going to need
obviously
somebody to
not safe.
score.
Yeah, and I think that might be a Jocic. I think he
Yeah,
might be half decent. Um,
man.
Freed hasn't been doing anything.
We keep coming up with these GPP plays here, but Will Barton, he's been getting more minutes the past couple games. I don't know if that means they're going to trend up to him and keep relying on him a little bit more, but he might be worth a look. I don't know if I'm going to necessarily be able to fit him in tonight. There's obviously better plays out there. I would feel better about punting with, but just keep an eye on him.
Yeah, definitely. As we saw in the beginning of the year, Will Barton, when Gallinari was out, he was just going off against everybody.
Yeah.
That's the only bad thing. Gallinari's back, so they don't use Barton as much, but obviously the usage is going up just a little bit these last couple games. Something to keep an eye on, but I don't know if I can attack on him just yet.
No,
I have to
it's
watch
not.
him a couple more games.
No, it's not the time right now. But just look out for him. See if maybe that price tag drops for some reason and his usage goes up. It might be the right night coming up here.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, we like Etwan more. Not a bad pick at all. I don't think he's going to go out for 39. Obviously, that was against Sacramento. But if he gets you 20, 25 points, $4,000, could be a punt play. A lot of punt plays out there tonight.
Yeah, yeah. Watch the
Um,
injury situation, and of course, when we do our final lineups, they're going to look different than whatever we come up with in our video right now.
yeah,
Injury news comes out really late.
yeah, definitely. I don't know if you like Moutier here. Rose not too good of a defender. Moutier just hasn't really been doing too much. I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah, we didn't really talk much about that. It's a good DVP. Chicago gives up a lot of points to the point guard position. I just don't feel super comfortable taking him, Emmanuel Mudiay. Um, I
Yeah,
don't. I don't
definitely.
think he's. I mean, he's a good young player, but I don't. I don't think he's a guy that you can expect to get you 35, 40 points. Obviously, 5,200. He doesn't need to hit that, but I don't know. I just don't think I want to spend 5,200 on a point guard. I'm probably going to spend up a little higher tonight.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that's mostly everybody right there. For some reason, if Butler does play, do you like Butler or no? Or is he just too risky because of his injury?
That's really risky. If he gets announced that he's officially going to play, he might be worth a look. But I mean, that's just it's risky.
Yes. Yeah, definitely everyone. So I think we're at is it the last game I think we're at now?
Yeah,
Um,
believe so.
and San Antonio and Dallas, 197 and San Antonio by 6.5. So another one of those interesting games. Um, Surprised it's only 6.5 though, so maybe some people come into play. I'm not sure for San Antonio. Um,
Yeah, I mentioned earlier. I mean, I don't know if I should start with him, but Ginobili is going to be out probably for sure.
uh,
And I was looking at Danny Green tonight. His price came up. He's been coming up a little bit, but 4,200 still not too bad. Um,
Obviously a GPP play.
yeah, it's a GPP. There's not a whole lot of big safe cash game plays tonight. I don't think.
No, definitely not. If Duncan is out again, obviously Aldridge's usage has been just you know very very good. Do you like Aldridge here tonight? Dirk Nowitzki's a terrible defender.
Yeah, I definitely don't hate taking Aldridge tonight. Um, he may approach cash game safety if Duncan's officially going to be out.
Yeah, I might
Uh,
use him in a cash game. I might actually go with Favors and Aldridge. Actually, that's not too bad.
yeah,
Um,
and why not?
yeah. So yeah, I pick Aldridge against Cleveland. Um, he just, once in a while he has that dud. But since Duncan's been out, um, he's been doing a lot better. He went up against Anthony Davis, and he just destroyed him. So yeah, Aldridge. It looks like he's going back to his Portland days. for right now. So I don't mind Aldridge against Dirk Nowitzki here tonight. But it looks like obviously Aldridge is going to be in the center position against Azat Pachulia, and obviously not too good of a defender either. So I don't mind Aldridge at all here tonight.
No, I honestly, I'd love taking Aldridge tonight.
Yeah, it says on RotoWire that they have David West as the center position. Um, that's kind of a disadvantage because West is only 6'9". So, um, yeah, I think they're going to put Aldridge back in the center position. Obviously, RotoWire just messes with you, but
Yeah, definitely.
do you like Kawhi Leonard here or no?
Tonight might not be a bad night to take him. He might have to, score a lot of points. 7,200.
Not too bad.
That's not too bad, really. We see him at like 8,000 a lot.
Yeah. I've seen, well, obviously against Orlando he didn't do good, but since Tim Duncan has been out, Leonard and Aldridge obviously been picking it up quite a bit.
Right.
Duncan's already ruled out. He's just been hurting. I don't think he's gonna be playing too much. They don't really need him, but
yeah, I guess if you want to call it upper mid range. I'm probably going to go with LeBron, my high range guy.
yeah, definitely.
Maybe go with Leonard. I'd be spending up a lot on my forwards there, those four positions.
Yeah, but since you're doing the GPP, you should be able to find some cheap guys. So you can, you're able to do that.
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking though is about Boogie.
Yeah, definitely. You got to get him in there, and you can't have Leonard and James if you're going to get Boogie.
No.
We did mention, obviously you can put in Evan Turner as your small forward. That's nice.
Yeah.
You could do that. So, all right. Well, that looks like all the games. So I guess we can start the GPP lineup since we named about 95% of GPP players. So it shouldn't be too hard.
No, not at all.
So, all right. Who's your GPP point guard you're liking tonight? Quite a bit of them, but who you liking?
GPP point guard tonight. Let's see here. Man, I want to put John Wall in there, but I just don't know. I can't spend on him tonight, so I'm probably going to go with Mike Conley for my GPP.
All right, who's your other one?
Whew. This one right here. I might have to leave blank just for a second.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely got to come back to it. All right, shooting guard. It's not pretty out there.
No, it's really not. In this case, if I have to go, I wouldn't call him high priced, but I mean he might be as high priced as I go tonight. Oladipo.
Yep. Obviously, good player. Not too good of a matchup against Clippers, but last two games, San Antonio, he's been doing pretty good against them. So obviously, good play here tonight.
Yeah, we see how much they're using him lately. I like that. Second, shooting guard. I think for right now, I might just pencil in Marco Bellinelli, but we'll see how it looks going forward.
Okay. Put him in there. All right. Small forward. You gonna put in James?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with James. See what I can work with here.
Okay.
You
gonna go with Turner, or is there someone else you like?
Yeah, I definitely love Turner for sure. You already knew.
Yep. So you got 6,700 each.
Yeah. Well, you can already put in Cousins because I'm going with that. That's my goal is to try to put him in. So
right, now
that's what I'm going to try to work. Yeah. So I think we talked about it. I'm probably going to try to go Derek Favors. This is why I left my second point guard position blank because I'm going to have to figure out here who I'm going to go with at my power forward.
Aaron Gordon. Is that who you like?
I'm thinking Aaron Gordon. I might even go cheaper though and go with Tristan Thompson. But
okay. I don't know if I trust Thompson.
yeah, I agree with you. I just don't. That's going just to see
$3,700 for your point guard now.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because if I take Thompson, it gives me a little bit more money for the point guard. But
okay,
I don't even know if I can get
41.
Yeah, if I love somebody at 41, I'll take him. But then if not, then I'll move back up to Gordon, basically. Yeah, see, I don't really love anybody at 4,100. 39. Yeah, we didn't really talk about him, but what's going on with JJ Barea? I mean, is Williams going to play tonight?
Yeah. It says Williams is totally healthy, so.
Yeah, and they're playing San Antonio, so can't go there.
Shane Larkin, I don't know if you want to do that or not. He's
No.
all over the place. 35 against Detroit.
He is playing Sacramento. They kind of suck against smalls.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to do that or not.
Obviously, that's not my first choice.
It just hurts trying to get Cousins in there, though.
It really does. So, given the fact that he's got an injury question, I might have to back off him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look at the ratings and see what they got. They got Irving, Paul, Dragic, and Ish Smith as the four top best value guys out there. So,
Yeah.
they actually got Isaiah Cannon up there. I kind of like him. I don't know. That's a huge punt play, though.
That's very risky. We're trying to make a GPP play to show these people.
Yeah, definitely. Jeff
Yeah,
Teague,
I might have to move back up to somewhere. Yeah, somewhere around Jeff Teague.
Marcus Smart.
I do like taking Marcus Smart. I don't know if tonight's the right night to take him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Isaiah Thomas is probably going to be playing a little bit more than he has normally.
Donald Sloan, I don't know if you like him or not against Kings.
No, not particularly. For right now, I penciled in Smith to see who I can get at center and afford. Let's see here.
2,600 short.
Yeah. I backed off Boogie there just to see what I can get in.
Not too many good guys out there.
At the center position is where it's really, it's going to decide what kind of GPP lineup you have here. So we talked about him a lot. It really kills me to do this, but I'm going to back off Boogie and I'm going to go with Jokic as my center then. That's going to afford me a little bit more play money here. I can get guys like Tristan Thompson out of there.
$6,800 if you take out Thompson.
Yeah, exactly.
But I just don't see anybody if you take him out. Noel, Porzingis, Young, Fareed.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to.
I guess you can go to Gordon.
Back off.
Yeah. Or Keaton and take out Conley or Smith or something.
Yeah, you know what? I don't really hate this. So ended up here with Conley, Teague, Oladipo, Bellinelli, James, Turner, Favors, Aldridge, and Jokic.
All right, let me plug that in here real quick.
Leaves us with 300, it looks like.
Who you got? You got Teague and who?
Conley, Teague, Oladipo, Bellinelli, James, Turner, Favors, Aldridge, and Jokic.
Yeah, obviously you're not taking too much of a risk with any. This kind of looks like kind of a 50-50, to be honest with you.
Well, I think Jokic, honestly, I mean, yeah, that's true. It is a little 50-50. I don't know. Bellinelli, man. I don't know if he's really safe, though.
Yeah, well, obviously, like we said earlier, this is obviously just a rough draft. We got to look at it a little bit more.
Yeah, I haven't really dived in to analyze every single DVP.
Yeah. So, yeah. I guess
Sorry, I stole your 50-50 lineup here, bud.
No, I mean, you got probably about 4 of the guys I'm going to use, 5 of them. So.
Only 4 or 5.
Yeah, all right, so I'm going to take – so this is – I guess this is your 50 – I mean, so your GPP / 50-50, if you want to call it that. obviously, if you want to get in Cousins, it's going to do a little bit more research to find out DVP and all
Absolutely.
that. So it's hard to come up with that right off the bat. So
I'm sure I'll have a final lineup that I feel a little bit better about with him in it.
okay, so all right, I'm going to do a do the 50-50 here. Um, since you already stole half my players, but that's all good. Um, I really want to get Rudy Gobert, but I do like Josh. Like I said, I watched the Jazz quite a bit. I really do like Rudy here tonight. Um, and he's not going to be too well owned here, but Jokic is a little bit cheaper. Um, let's see what we got going here. Um, Obviously, I know we said not to do it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It's gonna be a little risky, but I'm gonna take Kyrie Irving. Obviously, I know he's facing Boston, but this guy's been hot. $7,000. This is supposed to be a close game. I want to get as many Cleveland guys as I can. Irving's not gonna hurt you too much. Like I said, he's played San Antonio and some hard teams against point guards, but for the most part, I don't mind Irving. I don't know. It's a little bit of a risk, but he should get you at least 35 here in a competitive game. Obviously, like don't take him against Smalls, but I'm gonna go against it here just for this one. And let me see what we got going here. Probably have to do that and then do that. Turner and James. Just don't see what else we got going here. Dragic has a good matchup. I don't know if I can trust Dragic or not. We didn't talk about him, but
Yeah, we didn't really show him too much attention.
he has a pretty good matchup, but he just doesn't do anything, obviously. Um, I guess Rodney Hood, you talked about him earlier. He does have a pretty good matchup, but I think that's still more of a GPP play. So put in Oladipo. That puts me to 5,000. So yeah, James hurts you a little bit, obviously.
Yeah.
But man, I gotta have him in there. He's gonna have a pretty good night. Plus, I don't really like anybody else out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like we said, my lineup looks a little bit safe, but it does have some GPP elements in there fitting in LeBron.
Yeah, it definitely does.
As you're finding out now, it's hard to find a nice safe lineup with him in there. I don't know who you think you're gonna put in at point guard.
Well, I put in Etwan Moore. I know it's a little bit of a GPP, but then that leaves me with Teague. I guess I can go with Teague. I don't know if I like Irving and Teague though.
Yeah, man, we're gonna have the same lineup.
I know we almost have identical lineups here, but yeah, what I got is Irving, Teague, Oladipo, Etwan Moore, LeBron, Turner, Favors, Aldridge, and Jokic. Yeah, for the most part, we have similar lineups. We like our core players for the most part. Obviously, you can change this up just a little bit. Maybe you can get John Wall, but he's obviously really expensive.
Yeah, we definitely talked about a lot of GPP plays. So you can give our viewers ideas here, and of course we're going to have our final lineups that are going to look a little bit different than what we have here. I expect obviously the core guys to still be there hanging around, but once we dive in deeper on our own individual research and whatnot, because obviously that happens every day. This is just our first look and run through the slate together.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, like you said, injuries could happen, so that might open up other players to come play and get some good lineups. Sorry, get some good opportunity to get some points.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. That's what it comes down to. That's what DFS is really about is being up to the minute because it really is that close. to lineup lock sometimes when a guy gets announced out, and if you miss the boat, then you're not going to make any money.
Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, but this lineup I got right now, I don't know if I'm really like it. My point guards, I'm not really loving my point guards. I do like Irving, but I don't really like Teague. I've never been a big Teague fan. He's
No.
like I said earlier, he's not really a safe 50-50 pick. Um, each one more obviously not too safe either. I don't really want to go too cheap on my centers tonight. I would like to get Rudy or Jocic are my two 50-50 guys tonight. Maybe Jordan Hill, but that's a little risky, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. We're still trying to go with the cash lineup here. I think. I mean, obviously, I made things a little difficult to make you get creative here, but
Oh, one guy we totally forgot about was Miles Turner.
yeah, I didn't really put him in there in my GPP, which I could have.
Yeah, let me see if I take out Favors and put in Turner. Then that gives me $1,700.
Which I don't think he is a bad cash play.
No, he's pretty consistent.
Yeah, he's consistent for what his price is. Obviously, you'd like him to be 5,200 again. 5,600. That's getting a little bit, a little bit pricier, but safe play for sure. I think he's
Yeah,
definitely going to get
definitely.
you 25 points, and he has potential to get 30, 35. So that helps you get rid of Teague. I don't know. I see. Are you? Ooh, you're gonna go there.
Yeah, no, I'm just playing with some stuff.
Yeah,
We both do it. We play with lineups sometimes. It works out. Sometimes it doesn't. But
yeah. Oh,
um,
we didn't talk about Schroeder.
yeah, we didn't talk about him, but he's obviously producing pretty good, but he's just not getting enough minutes. That's why they're trying to get Jeff Teague out of there, so Shooter, the young Shooter, can come in and produce for Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't see anybody else I'm really
Yes.
liking.
I saw you skip over Smith there. You're not liking him tonight, huh?
Ish,
He's
nah,
gonna play like Ish tonight.
he's too much. He's all like I said. He's a GPP play for me.
Yeah.
Um, $6,700. You need quite a bit from him.
Come on,
I
dude.
just,
You're not gonna take Donald Sloan?
yeah, maybe Salone. I don't know. I just don't see anybody. Maybe Dragic, but like I said, that's a GPP play. He has a really high rating up there though,
Yeah.
but he's obviously not one of those guys that goes off. Elfrid Payton's high up there. Don't know if I really like that. Obviously GPP. So yeah, obviously it's going to be a little bit easier tonight to do GPP.
Then cash for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I
Um,
definitely, I definitely took it really, really conservatively and stole your cash lineup there.
yeah, I know. Uh,
We can call
anyway,
we can call your lineup the GPP lineup tonight.
yeah, definitely. Out of everybody, Aaron Gordon, Paul Millsap, and Taj Gibson have the best ratings tonight. Obviously, don't know if they're the best plays, but have the best ratings. We didn't really talk about Millsap too much, just because he's coming back from injury and he's just been all over the place. So obviously, not a safe pick. Um,
Man, that rating is really enticing. Really
yeah,
want to take Gordon.
yeah, definitely. They got Cody Zeller up there, which is a little interesting. We didn't talk about him too much. Um,
I love taking him earlier in the season when he was given great value.
yeah, definitely. I guess if you want to, you can do Aldridge and Love, or Favors and Love, or something like that. Those are my three guys I really do like. We talked about Love.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't even mind getting Irving, James, and Love all in there.
Man, there's a lot of good point guard. Excuse me, power forwards you can take.
There's quite a bit out there. But like I said, we both have to look at it, do some little bit more research, see if injuries come out, stuff like that.
Hop on over
So
to Fantasy Aces and start all power forwards tonight.
yeah, that's the thing I do like about Fantasy Aces. You can start with 4 or 5 power forwards, which is awesome because on nights like this, that's all it really is power forwards. So that's the good thing about that. But yeah, for the most part, I think that mostly does it. Like I said, we're we'll have our final lineups 45 minutes to an hour before game time on Twitter. And as you saw last night, we hit pretty big 365. Don't know if we'll do that again tonight, but you can always wish for it.
Yeah, we're definitely going to try to do it.
Yeah, anything over 300 for the most part, you should cash easy. So, head on over to Twitter. Like I said, we'll post two 50-50s and two GPP lineups for you guys daily. Check those out. I think all of them cashed last night. So
put in Thomas and Conley. Do it.
Thomas and Conley?
No, I'm joking.
I don't know. I was thinking Thomas Irving, but they're against each other. I don't know about that.
Yeah, kind of risky. We saw what happened with like Davis and Randall. One's going to cancel the other one out.
Yeah, I mean I know it's two different players, but Lillard and Lowry went off against each other, and they both did really good against each other. So, I guess if I do that, I can put in Aaron Gordon. I don't, since you're looking at it, still got $500.
This is a GPP play.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know. Maybe we should just switch for the night. I have no idea, but anyway, I think that
just go all GPP really.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be hard to be doing some. I honestly think that your 50-50 is going to have at least one or two risky guys in there. It's just going to have to happen tonight. So.
Yeah, I think that's been a trend a lot lately with Fanduel is, you go into 50-50s expecting a good safe cash lineup, but you're finding more GPP lineups in there that you're facing. And, if you don't attack one of those, guys who's going to play up in more minutes because of injury, I feel like I see those in cash games just about every night. Tonight I only played GPP cash games. There's really no such thing anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, for the most part, you have to do your GPP. So,
yeah, we've seen cash lines at 320. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy that happens, but yeah. So I think for the most part, that probably does it here. We were on there for quite a bit. Obviously, a lot more games. So. Anyway, guys, if you do enjoy the video, please leave a like. We do appreciate it. We're trying to give you guys the best research we can. And as usual, these are free lineups. So if for some reason they don't hit, we do apologize. We're trying our best. They are free, so can't get too mad at us. We just hit a 365, so we're trying. So, all right, guys. Hope everyone enjoyed the video. Like I said, I'll leave the Twitter link in the comment section. Just click on that and you'll go over there and find our final lineups. All right, guys, hope everyone has a good day.